Coming up tonight, Syracuse University's outdoor education program opened up a ropes course to students in Flanagan Gym over the weekend. We'll let you know why.
And one-time Republican presidential candidate Ben Carson has accepted a position in Donald Trump's cabinet.
And Donald Trump comes with a price, a security price that is. Find out the amount of money New York City is asking for to keep Trump safe.
From the CitrusTV studios, this is CitrusTV News live at 6, your campus news leader.
Good evening, I'm Lauren Anderson.
And I'm Brooke, Glatz, filling in for Michael Tricarico. Protesters of the Dakota Access Pipeline are celebrating today in North Dakota and here on campus. That's our top story.
On campus today, students gathered for an SU Stands with Standing Rock rally. They marched from the Whitman School to Hendricks Chapel, and the event was meant to be a protest in solidarity with those at the Cannonball campsite, but after last night's announcement by the Army Corps of Engineers, it turned into a celebration.
The government agency denied a permit to build any part of the Dakota Access Pipeline under Lake Oahe.
That pipeline had been routed to run just north of the Standing Rock Sioux Reservation, and thousands have protested at the site calling for a stop of the pipeline, saying it threatens their water supply and disrupts sacred burial grounds.
The situation escalated recently when police used water cannons on protesters in freezing weather. Now the pipeline will be routed around the reservation, but not stopped entirely.
Citrus TV reporter Meghan Mistry spoke with an SU student who spent Thanksgiving break protesting in North Dakota.
Water gushing from police cannons at protesters against the Dakota Access Pipeline, a scene that's gone viral and that 20-year-old Garrett Blair experienced firsthand.
My jacket froze on my body, but people were also really unified that night, which was really heartening.
Blair and 8 other students drove 36 hours to North Dakota.
After just kind of seeing everything online about what was happening out at Standing Rock, I really felt like I couldn't be a bystander to the situation anymore.
For a week, they immersed themselves with so-called water protectors.
We rolled into the camp at sunrise as all the fog was clearing, and so it was really kind of a beautiful scene as we were coming in.
That perception quickly changed as they were tear gassed and saw police shoot people with rubber bullets.
I guess when you hear of tear gas, you think, oh, it's just gonna make you cry or something, but it was really a bunch of us thought we were gonna die. It was that bad. It was just gasping for breath.
The group used their Facebook page, Stories from Standing Rock, to share their experiences. Facebook has been a main platform used by protesters to tell their side of the conflict. They hope their experiences in Standing Rock will show people that activism creates change.
I've gotten a bunch of messages about how can I help, how can I now go out there, and so I think on a lot of fronts it's inspired people to take a stand against this.
We are people, we are humans too! We stand here together!
Now, Blair and his group can say they played a small role in getting the Dakota Access Pipeline rerouted. Reporting in Syracuse, Meghan Mistry, Citrus TV News.
The recent decision is considered a victory for protesters, but tribal leaders fear that it may be overturned once President-elect Donald Trump takes office.
Students and faculty at SU are giving more than gifts this holiday season. They donated blood today for the American Red Cross. Syracuse University Athletics sponsored the event in Manley Fieldhouse today, and college blood drives contribute to a significant portion of the nation's blood supply. According to the Red Cross, high school and college blood drives provide 20% of donations during the school year. And the winter breaks shuttle schedules are now available. Reduced bus services will begin next Friday and operate through January 13th. For the holidays, no campus service will be available from December 23rd to Monday, January 2nd. A detailed list of routes and schedules is available online at parking.syr.edu.
University lectures will continue next semester with 2 Pulitzer Prize-winning authors and the Humans of New York founder. The Facebook and Instagram sensation Brandon Stanton will give his speech in March. Co-sponsored by University Union, tickets are required for this event and will be on sale in January. Jhumpa Lahiri will speak early in February and Sonia Nazaria will be here in April. Both of these lectures will be free and held in Hendricks Chapel. And student ratings for professors and classes opened today. Students should have received an email today with a passcode to access the student rating website. Syracuse says that 80% of instructors use the student feedback to revise courses. The rating website will remain open until Friday, December 16th.
Syracuse University students got in the holiday spirit last night at the annual Holiday at Hendricks concert. Performances included ensembles from the Setner School of Music as well as the University Women's Choir. The night was filled with more than entertainment, though, as concertgoers got in the spirit of giving, bringing donations of non-perishable food items for the Hendricks Chapel Food Pantry. And Syracuse University students learned the ropes of team building this weekend with some high-risk activities. Citrus TV's Sabrina Maggiore spoke with students who took the challenge.
Syracuse University's outdoor education program at Recreation Services hosted an indoor ropes course this Saturday, December 3rd at Flanagan Gym. Undergraduates who took part in the High Adventure Climb got to engage in 3 different cooperative experiences where they worked with a partner to complete the high ropes course.
The team building doesn't happen until you get at the top because you have to switch with each other. But like you need each other's ropes, you need each other's body, you need to like coordinate. So that made it just all the more special.
And it's fun because like I haven't been to the gym in ages, so like coming here gives you a little bit of a workout, and you have to get to have fun with your friends. So I'm glad that SU does this.
While bonding with friends on the rope course, Syracuse University students took note of their surroundings and didn't hesitate to take advantage of the photo op.
And we got a lot of cool pictures, so it's gonna be all on Snap.
Great for social media. Great for social media.
But not only was it a good opportunity for students to snap a few pics, it was also a great way for them to relieve some stress right before finals.
They get to climb as long as they'd like between the hours of 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. And it's funded by the university so that they can just have sort of a stress buster right before exams.
Get some adrenaline out, get some energy pumping, a little bit of exercise, but that's more interesting than running in a straight line or working out in the gym. It's kind of a more fun way to do that.
The High Adventure Climb was open to all undergraduate students so long as they registered in advance. The outdoor education program usually hosts these indoor climbs once a semester and also runs a Dynamic Elements rope course on South Campus. For Citrus TV News, I'm Sabrina Maggiore.
If you're interested in participating in any of the outdoor education programs or trips, visit recreationservices.syr.edu.
Coming up, we have the latest on a fatal fire that broke out during a concert in Oakland Friday night.
And presidential election recounts have begun in one state. Stay tuned.
We had a windy and gloomy day here on campus. Is this type of weather going to be the usual as winter nears? And how much snow can we expect as we finish off the semester? I'll have the answer coming up in my full forecast.
Look, it's those guys.
Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be?
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
Got a quarter?
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who once took care of you.
In a televised statement on Japanese TV today, Prime Minister Shinzo Abe announced today that he will visit Pearl Harbor later this month to honor the 75th anniversary of the attack. On December 7, 1941, Japanese air forces bombed the military base in Hawaii, killing over 2,000 Americans and sinking and damaging 19 ships. Abe's visit will mark a milestone as the first sitting Japanese leader to ever visit the memorial site. He is expected to visit on the 26th and 27th later this month.
At least 36 people are dead, including teenagers, after a massive fire destroyed a converted warehouse Friday night. This was during an electronic dance party in Oakland, California. Crews are continuing to search the two-story building, and death tolls are expected to rise as they go through the wreckage. Officials say it could take weeks to identify victims through DNA and dental records. 11 people have been identified so far. The Oakland fire chief says it's one of the deadliest fires in the city's history.
And after delivering a number of attacks on him during the presidential election, Donald Trump is nominating Ben Carson for his cabinet. The Trump transition team announced today that Trump picked Carson as the next Secretary of the Department of Housing and Urban Development. If the Senate confirms the nomination, Carson will oversee federal public housing programs and formulate policy on homelessness and housing discrimination.
Michigan is beginning to recount votes for the presidential election. A district judge issued an order this morning that allowed state election officials to start counting ballots this afternoon. The recount effort is led by Green Party presidential candidate Jill Stein. She raised nearly $7 million to fund recounts in Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. President-elect Donald Trump won Michigan's 16 electoral votes by less than 10,000 votes.
The Italian Prime Minister is announcing his resignation today as Italy faces uncertainty. Matteo Renzi is stepping down after 60% of the referendum voters rejected his plans for constitutional reform. The defeat, which could transform Italy's political and economic landscape, also resulted in the euro failing to a 20-month low against the dollar. The outcome is considered a notable victory for Eurosceptic populist and nationalist parties, which campaigned heavily against Renzi.
The South Korean president is now under pressure from her own party to step down. President Park has faced backlash from the country after news broke about a scandal involving classified information earlier this year. Now members of the Sae-Noo-Rae party are calling for Park to resign in order to avoid the embarrassment of impeachment. This new development comes in the middle of widespread protests throughout the city of Seoul, calling on Park to step down from office.
And Abu Muhammad, the leader of a powerful North Caucasus ISIS branch, was killed on Sunday by Russian forces. Russian security service troops stormed a residence in Russia that Muhammad was hiding in. The two groups exchanged gunfire until Muhammad and 4 other militants were dead. Muhammad organized terrorist attacks in central Russia and was behind the 2013 attack in the city of Volgograd.
In weird weather news, there is snow in Hawaii. A winter weather warning was issued overnight with an expected 6 inches of snow to fall on the main island's mountain peaks.
The National Weather Service is forecasting heavy snow and gusts up to 55 miles an hour, as heavy as a winter weather snowstorm moves through. We have Gilat Melamed in the studio to tell us if any winter storms for Syracuse are brewing. Gilat?
No winter storms are brewing just yet, Brooke. Maybe in a few days, but definitely it's gotten colder across the country. You see 30s and 40s all across the northern half. Even down in the southeast, it's starting to get cold. Atlanta at 48, and the only hot state right now is really Florida. Today we had 37 degrees. It's going to feel like the 20s later tonight, so if you're going out somewhere to watch the Syracuse-UConn game, definitely want to bring a warm jacket. Looking at the local conditions across the area, we had clouds across the board. There was snow over in Albany and the surrounding areas, but not here in central New York. Looking at our wake-up forecast for tomorrow, 33 degrees, 8 a.m., and it's going to be cloudy all day. Moving into the rest of the day tomorrow, 9 a.m., 35 degrees, going to go up to 41 at noon and go back down into the 30s for the evening. Going to see some rain tomorrow night as well, and we see that here on our surface forecast. Rain and even a mix of snow if it gets cold enough over the area, and then just plain old rain down to the south. And that's because we have that front moving in towards us. Looking ahead at our 5-day forecast, tomorrow high 44, low 35. Wednesday high 42, low of 30. Thursday and Friday we're going to see some snow, and Saturday it's going to be really cool with a high of only 26.
All right, Glatz, so with finals coming up, a lot of people are going to be traveling home. So what kind of weather are we going to be seeing next weekend that could affect travel plans?
Monday and Tuesday, it's only going to be rain, so no worries there. The second half of the week from Wednesday on, you could see 1 to 3 inches of snow on each of those days, but the good news is this is Syracuse, and we're definitely prepared for that, so no worries with flights.
All right, thank you so much. And coming up after the break, find out if the chicken in your fridge is being recalled.
And Time Magazine unveiled their list of 11 standouts considered for Time's Person of the Year. Stay tuned.
Bell go off in school. I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
Today, the United States Department of Agriculture said the company National Steak and Poultry recalled more than 1.9 million pounds of its ready-to-eat chicken. The product is marketed as fully cooked, but reports say it may be undercooked. The original recall started in late November and was expanded based on a customer's complaint finding more of the undercooked chicken. And Under Armour finalized a deal with Major League Baseball today, making them the official brand of the MLB. The deal is set to begin in 2020 and lasts for a decade. Nike and Majestic are current uniform partners of the MLB, but insiders say Under Armour's tenure could begin sooner if Majestic and Nike decide to drop their partnership early. Under Armour will be in charge of making all on-field apparel for Major League Baseball.
And New York City Mayor de Blasio has asked the Obama administration for $35 million. This money would protect Donald Trump until his inauguration in January. Since Trump's election, security has tightened in and around his residence at Trump Tower. The extra security costs the city roughly $500,000 a day, and the cost is expected to continue into Trump's term as Melania and their son plan to live in Trump Tower until the school year is finished in June.
And Time Magazine's Person of the Year shortlist was announced today. Familiar faces include Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, Mark Zuckerberg, and Simone Biles. Every year since 1927, the magazine decides on one person or idea that has had the most impact on the world in the past year, for better or for worse. Wednesday, the winner will be revealed live on The Today Show. And the annual Victoria's Secret fashion show kicks off tonight in Paris. The show will feature models and celebrities such as Kendall Jenner, Gigi Hadid, and Lily Aldridge. The piece with the most buzz around is still the $3 million bra encrusted with 450 carats of emeralds and diamonds. Model Jasmine Tokes will wear the bra on the runway this year. The show is set to start at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on CBS.
It was a big weekend for basketball on the Hill. We have all your hoops and ice hockey updates after the break.
Hey, Hard, what's this?
That's my resignation letter.
You're resigning.
Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you get stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit.
I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me.
Okay, but remember, it's not what you say, it's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Taking care of a family member can lead to plenty of questions. Fortunately, there's a place to get the answers, for them and for you. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome to OPP. Orange Press Pass is your ticket inside the Syracuse locker room. Hear from the coach.
You can't make it. You're shooting 15%.
I really believe that we're going to start something and play.
Just cutting down the net, I can feel the good spot.
Get in-depth analysis, reports on site, and more.
It's all right now on Orange Press Pass.
Orange Press Pass. Live after every Syracuse game.
Syracuse returned home to the Dome this weekend. The Orange welcomed North Florida in an effort to snap a two-game losing streak after losses to South Carolina and Wisconsin. And the 3-6 Ospreys gave SU a run for its money on Saturday afternoon. About a minute into the game, Frank Howard finds Andrew White, who drains the three-pointer, and it's an early 3-0 lead for Syracuse. And Tyler Lydon with the authoritative dunk. It's 20-9 Syracuse. And then Dallas Moore with a long three-pointer for North Florida, and it's 23-19. The Ospreys within 4. And now Frank Howard hits a three, contributing to the lead, 26-19 for Syracuse. And now 16 minutes left in the second. Frank Howard with the assist to Tyus Battle, the freshman, putting up a three. And that was part of a 13-assist night for Frank Howard. He leads the ACC with 6.7 assists per game. And that was Romello Banks for North Florida with a rebound and basket. And then Aminu Wajid also putting up a jumper, and it's 63-49 Syracuse. Now North Florida coming back here. Dallas Moore, you know he's shooting the three ball, and the Ospreys within 5. But Andrew White with the steal and seals the game 77-71 for the Orange. Now let's hear from head coach Jim Boeheim.
Whether you start or not, you got to be able to come in there and play, and can't get down. But we've got to get those guys to help us. But hey, Duke's number 6 in the country. They played 5 guys the other night. If that's what we have to do, that's what we'll do. We're going to play the guys that are going to help us, and we'll see. We've got a lot of opportunities for guys to come in there and help us. We'll see.
Just announced today, Syracuse joins UConn, Villanova, and Gonzaga in the 2017 Jimmy V Classic doubleheader at MSG next year. The event is part of the annual Jimmy V Week for Cancer Research. It honors late UNC basketball coach and ESPN commentator Jim Valvano. Proceeds of special content and programs throughout the week will help raise money for cancer research. The star-studded lineup features a combined 80 years of coaching experience and over 120 NCAA tournament appearances between the 4 teams. And tonight, Syracuse is back in action at Madison Square Garden, taking on none other than the UConn Huskies. College hoops fans will surely be looking forward to this matchup, with memories of the storied Big East rivalry, the 6th overtime game in '09, and last year's clash in Battle for Atlantis. There's a lot of excitement surrounding this game, and the Orange returns to MSG for the 35th consecutive season for a 7 o'clock tip-off tonight against UConn. Staying on the hardwood, Coach Q's team took on Central Connecticut State yesterday in the Carrier Dome. SU is coming off its first win against a ranked team this season with its 75-64 win over Michigan State last week. And the Orange stuck to its winning ways. Syracuse topped the Blue Devils 95-63, led by 26-point efforts from Brittany Sykes and Alexis Peterson. Sykes also contributed 14 rebounds, 5 steals, and 4 assists. Alexis Peterson was named the ACC Co-Player of the Week with Duke guard Rebecca Greenwell. SU is now 6-3 and looks ahead to Coppin State on Wednesday. Sophomore goalie Maddie Welch was a brick wall on Saturday for the Orange women's ice hockey team. She posted a clean sheet in the 3-0 win for Syracuse. In her 2 starts this season, Welch holds a 1.83 goals against average and a .927 save percentage. Syracuse is now 5-7-4 and takes on Clarkson in a 2-game series this weekend.
After the break, we'll have a recap of what your weather will look like over the next few days. Stay tuned.
Of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I had something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
All right, Glatz, so what should we wear tomorrow when we wake up?
Tomorrow's going to be basically the same as today, so whatever you were comfortable in today, that's what you should go with tomorrow.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right, and coming up tonight on the Orange Television Network, Orange Press Pass recaps this weekend's men's basketball game.
Then get your entertainment news with Syracuse Unpeeled at 7, followed by CitrusTV Noticias at 7:30, all on channel 14.1.
And that's all for Citrus TV News. I'm Lauren Anderson.
And I'm Brooke Glatz. Have a great night, Syracuse.